It's the Joe Show. It's the Joe Show with me, Joe. It's Technology Tuesday. You know what that means. We're talking about technology. Beep, boop, bop, boop, beep. Technology. And the subject of today's show is about augmented reality, or for short, AR. If you're not familiar with AR, you can find it very easily through the app called Snapchat or even Instagram. If you open up the camera, you can do something such as place a donkey in your environment, or if you use Bitmoji, which is another app, you can place you, which is your Bitmoji, it's an avatar of you, in your environment, and it'll do a little dance, do homework, sit at a desk, look bored, whatever you want it to do, or whatever they program it to do, and then you can send it to your friends, but it looks like you, a little version of you, is standing on your desk, or on your shoulder, or whatever. You can see it in the example to my right. This is still a pretty nascent medium. There's not many people using it, and it's not at wide scale. There was talk of it becoming something called mixed reality, or MX, or MR, which is kind of like we would have to wear a VR headset and then we would be able to see augmented reality content or mixed reality content all around us. If you look up the HoloLens or Magic Leap, you can see really impressive but not realistic examples of this working. They're really trying to make it happen, but it's not happening. Today, however, I happen to stumble on a product I've never seen before that can, I feel, make AR content even more accessible for the average person to create and interact with, which are two very important things. If you can get the creators happy, they can make cool shit that then people who want to consume that content can consume in an easy way. But I've never seen a tool that enabled people to create this content easily until now, and it's called LITHO. It first came out or was announced in December 28th of 2019, so it's almost a year old, not quite, but here we are first learning about it. To get an example of what I mean, let's watch a quick video of stuff that was made with this tool. So here we can see a butterfly flapping by this graffiti. We got an X-Men flying over Hollywood. Got a bat flying through downtown somewhere. Bubbles floating around the sides of buildings. Little spacecraft taking off. Turtle. A whale in a park. This is objectively cool stuff. Look at bats. I don't know how interactive it is, but you can make bats. Got a guy walking around. So far though, a bear running through toilet paper. How COVID-19. A whale over the beach. How romantic. So far, it's been really hard to make content like that for the average person, which could be you, which definitely is me, but it gets even easier with LITHO, so let's check out how they actually made this happen. It is kind of like a double ring that you put on your finger here. It holds between both of your fingers, and then it wraps around each side. It has a button that you can click on here, and then you can point and you can click, and it's a new way of interacting with the world and with your phone. Here's an example video of how to get started with LITHO.
Hi, I'm Nat, the CEO of LITHO, and today I want to show you how our app called Diorama works. To get started with Diorama, you need to put your LITHO.
So here we can see the LITHO.
To do that, place it between your first and second finger.
It's like
or
a
whatever hand you write with.
half ring that goes in between both fingers.
The USB jack facing towards your hand.
If you don't do that, your laser will always be pointed in the wrong direction, and nothing will really work. Next, we need to calibrate our controller. You do this by holding your phone at eye level, pointing your LITHO hand forward, and touching and holding the screen.
Easy. So now you have essentially an AR pointer or an VR controller in your hand. Normally you'd have to have a joystick with or a little handheld joystick to move around or to interact with VR. Now you can just do it with this ring contraption.
If at any other time the laser is not pointed in the same direction as your hand, you should repeat this process.
Easy to calibrate, easy to use.
To get
Check
started,
it out.
open the menu by flicking your wrist to the right. Like this. Or this. On the menu, click on the props icon
simple.
to load in objects to your scene. You click by tapping on the underside of your controller, just like this.
This is really genius design.
You can browse through the different categories of props by dragging on the scroll bar at the bottom of the menu. Once you're on your chosen category, point at the prop you'd like to select and hold the trackpad to drag it out. To close the menu, tap while you're pointing at the ground.
And I want to remind you, this is all
To
done
change
through
any of
his
the
phone.
properties of an object, hover on it to open the context menu. You can use the context menu to change the scale and color of an object, and also to
So
clone and
cool.
delete it.
Easy.
It's also used to trigger the recording of animation paths, but we'll get onto that later. The options available in the context menu will vary depending on the type of prop you're interacting with. While you're holding an object, slide your finger on the trackpad to move it closer to you or further away. Like this.
Dude, this controller's so
You can
simple,
rotate an
genius. I
object
love
by
it.
twisting your wrist while you're holding it.
This is such friendly user design. It looks comfortable.
To clear the scene, open up the main menu, go to Scene, and then New.
Like, I love how accessible they're making this.
To animate a prop,
You
open the
can't do this in
context menu by
Snapchat, you
hovering
can't do that
over
in
it and press
Instagram.
record.
But this would be a perfect
then drag it
acquisition
on
for
the path
either
you'd
one of
like
those
to animate.
businesses. Like, look at that.
When you let go,
Boom,
the
whale
object will
already
automatically start following the path you've got.
in AR.
You can change the speed of the object on the path through the context menu.
Like, this is
If you take an
so
object off a path, you can then edit the route by dragging the control points.
stupid simple.
You can control the depth of the control points either by sliding your thumb on the trackpad or by walking around. When you place an object back on the path, it will start reanimating again.
Really, if they could integrate this into a social sharing app, I think something like this could be massive.
To start recording your scene, open the menu and click the Record Scene button.
Kids would love something like this.
You can swipe on your phone screen to change the filters applied to the recording.
Yeah, basic stuff,
Stop
filters,
recording,
whatever.
Open the menu and press the Record Screen button again. Your video will immediately start playing back, but with none of the UI elements visible. To save your video, press Close and then Save Video.
Exporting process could be a little bit easier if they integrated it, like I said, into Snap, Instagram, or some other up-and-coming social platform, maybe TikTok, maybe Triller, maybe whatever else there is out there. I don't even know. Telepath, look up that one. I bet you haven't heard about that. Boom, I'm on top of my game. Telepath, check it out. If you're watching this now, if you're watching it in 20 years from now, I mean, who knows what happened. But I love the LITHO. I want to buy one for myself and start interacting with AR because this is building towards something called the Metaverse, which I will probably cover at some point here in the near future. But essentially what it is a layer of reality on top of our reality that we can see all around us, and we can take our digital avatar into the different spaces of reality. So you could interact with, the bakery down the street, and then you could also interact with a game here, like Fortnite, and you could have some sort of transferable avatar or interaction layer among all these different things. And I think something like this makes it very accessible for an average person. Right now, as I've said before, on this episode, it's very hard for an average person to get into this, and this is making it so much easier, especially because you can probably upload your own props and animations, then you can go out and add them somewhere in real life. Currently, it doesn't look like it has a GPS tagging feature, but I would love to see that in the future, where you can add something GPS tagged, so I can go to the park down the street and check out what all the kids have been adding there, whether it's butterflies flying around, a whale, a rocket taking off, a monkey walking through the park, whatever it is, somebody will have created something cool or done some sort of little movie that you could watch, and all of a sudden it turns everywhere around you into some sort of, I don't know, playground or film set for you to film and then put out into the world, or just leave there for something special for somebody to find. Advertisers could even start getting into it to geotag advertisements and have special, unique advertisements that you can only see through your phone. I think it's awesome. It's super interesting. What do you think about it? Do you think the metaverse is going to take off? Does this look like a tool that you could use easily? Would you be interested in buying one yourself? Let me know in the comments below. I am planning on ordering one if I didn't already order one already, and then perhaps on another Tech Tuesday down the line here, once I get it, I'll do another demonstration, or I'll do my own demonstration of how the LITHO works. That's been today's Tech Tuesday. Very quick. I hope you find it interesting. You can check that out. I linked it to below. LITHO. Grab yours. Start making AR content. Send me something if you do, or just share it on your social media and blow away your friends. They'll be like, how the heck did you make that fairy fly around you? What? How? Like, how did you even do that? I think it's so cool. Anyways, if you find something cool, you can send it to me, hijoeshow@gmail.com for next week's Tech Tuesday. Until then, tech something good, because I love you.